Hey guys, Credit Shifu here. Well, today we're going to be asking the question, was the Sapphire Reserve too good to be true? So, over the last few days there have been some headlines that Chase is cutting $200 million from the department that oversees the Sapphire Reserve. And, apparently the card is just costing Chase too much money. It won't be profitable for at least 5.5 years after its launch, and the Sapphire Reserve is 1 year old this month, this August. So why is the card costing so much money? Well, you had that $100,000 point, it'd be great if it was $100,000, wouldn't it? 100,000 point sign-up bonus, which was $1,500 in value when booking travel through Chase. So that's basically like giving every new card holder free money. And their strategy with this was they didn't really have an advertising budget. They just gave this huge sign-up bonus, and all the blogs, the credit card blogs, like the Points Guide is probably the biggest one, but there's also US Credit Card Guide, all those websites that are reporting on credit cards gave a lot of reporting time, basically free advertising to the Chase Sapphire Reserve. So a lot of the kind of people who signed up for the card were readers of those blogs. The only problem is they advertised it basically through these blogs to the most in-the-know people about credit cards. People who read the Points Guy, they're into the credit card points and miles game, into maximizing benefits and rewards. So you had all these people who are into maximizing benefits and rewards sign up for the card. Chase exceeded its annual quota for new accounts within the first 2 weeks last year when the card went public, and they even ran out of the metal cards. So you have all these people signing up who aren't keeping balances on their cards, so they're not really paying interest because they're maximizing points and miles, right? They're not the type of clientele who are gonna go into debt on the card. And that's a big problem for Chase because it earns quite a lot of its money through interest payments, in addition to things like the annual fee, etc. And so that's why the card hasn't really been making them much money. And whilst they're not bringing that much in through interest payments, they're shelling out more than ever in terms of rewards. In fact, the 6 biggest card issuers shelled out over $22 billion in rewards, such as travel, air tickets, all this stuff, in 2016. That's over double what they did in 2010. So what is Chase doing? Well, this year we've already seen the sign-up bonus cut from 100,000 points down to 50,000 points. So that cuts $750 in value off the sign-up bonus, so they're basically saving $750 on every new account, which is a great start at saving money. We've also seen the travel credit slightly tweaked in the way it's applied. It now is $300 every year from your card's anniversary. Originally, it was every calendar year, so the idea was you could actually get it twice in your first year of membership. So just to give an example, if you apply for the card in August, you would get a $300 travel credit, which you could use, and then when you got to January, when it's a new year, you'd get another $300. So this way, changing the way that's applied, Chase saves $300 in the first year of every new account. But these savings may or may not be enough, so what could they do to the card in the future, and what are they likely of doing in terms of cutting perks that could affect existing card members? Well, first of all, you have a very generous unlimited guests policy on Priority Pass. I personally have taken 3 guests into Priority Pass lounges and paid no guest fees. They could cut that, maybe match the Amex Platinum, even giving 2 guests for free, and then any guests after that have to pay a $27 fee, because when you use your Priority Pass, Chase is being charged for that. So, and I've used it many times. I worked out I would have paid $216 just in guest fees if I had to actually pay for a Priority Pass since the time I've had the reserve, since less than 1 year ago. So they could do that, and then there's also the travel credit. The Sapphire Reserve has the most generous travel credit. It's just $300 universal. You can use it for flights, for Ubers, for subways, for anything travel related. So they could change the way that's applied, make it more strict. For example, they could make it just air travel, or they could reduce the amount. They could take it down to $250. If it was $250 just air travel, that would rival the City Prestige, or even down to $200. The Amex Platinum's credit is $200, and it's even more strict actually. It's just airline baggage fees and that kind of stuff. So there is room for some adjustments to the travel credit while still maintaining a more generous a more generous travel credit than, for example, the Amex Platinum, so still staying competitive. In addition, they could just start marketing the card to a new group of customers, customers who are not so clued in as the readers of all these credit card blogs, and who may actually maintain a balance on their cards and thus pay some interest, which would bring in some revenue for Chase. So don't go and shred your Chase Sapphire Reserve. Actually, you can't shred it anyway because it's a metal card. There may be some changes coming, perhaps, but I personally don't think they're going to be huge changes. I think Chase will try very hard to still keep the card competitive. And that 3-point earning rate on travel and dining is definitely worth it. And I think that probably won't change. Fingers crossed. So, guys, what are your thoughts? Please leave your comments below. Do you have the Chase Sapphire Reserve? Which perks would you hope do not get cut? If you are new, please subscribe for more credit card tips and tricks every week. And if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. I'll see you next time. Bye.